What's good? What's good? What's good? He is Ghost Boogie back at you. B-Boys Underground, episode number 8. Special guest, Greybeard, repping that Denver, hitting you off with it. Let's get into our co-hosts. First, we got up the one and only G-Fresh. What's good, homie? You're muted. You're muted. Let's see here. We get into Big Weeze.
What up? What up? You already know the Box State Barbarian.
What up?
Go Blue. Let's get that chip this weekend. You already know what's going down.
Oh, it's coming in hot. We got Fresh back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Bam! What's good, Fresh?
All my hip hop people, G Fresh coming out of Cincinnati. The G is for Greybeard and guest.
Hell yeah, man. Yo, I'm Ghost Boogie coming out of you from Denver, by the way of back in the day, Cincinnati, Ohio. Salute to y'all. Welcome in. We getting ready to get into the special guests. We got the one and only Greybeard from Denver, Colorado. Salute.
How you doing, brother? I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes, good to have you. Well, let's get into it. So, we had Al B's on a couple of weeks, right? And once, and absolutely, that was Big Weeze got us hooked up with him and got him on the show. And once we got to doing the research on on Al B's, and I'm listening to his stuff, and I'm like, oh, because I've been following you on Instagram here for, I don't know, maybe about a year or so, man. You came across one of the hip hop events and everything like that. I've been following you for a while and just really dug your vibe and what you've done. And just, your live performances, you bring that old school boom bap, energy. So I love it. And it's cool.
Thank you, man.
And it's cool to see that there's a connection there already with some guests that we have, you know what I mean? Because Colorado has a really strong hip hop scene. The underground scene is huge here, you know, and there's a lot of people that linked up. And you got a special announcement to talk about tonight.
That's right.
Let us know what's good.
Yeah. So right before I got on the show, Al B's called me. The Link Up campaign, which is the project that we put together. I think it's like 5-6 songs, something like that. It's available on YouTube right now, but it will be released on all platforms on December 1st. So we're excited about that. It's a great project. We worked very hard on it, and I'm very proud of the way it sounds and the way it came out. So yeah, look for that December 1st. It's going to be dropping everywhere.
World premiere.
Exclusive.
Underground forever. Thank you, Greybeard and Al B's.
And that's the thing, because Al B's is like the party guy, he does those rhymes that, he gets the party started, and I'm like the fucking hardcore hip hop dude. And like for us to link up and actually like do something together, most people would think that wouldn't work, but for some reason we've always been watching each other and always said, yeah, we should do something together. And then we just started working on it probably sometime last year. And then it just all came together really, really quick. So, and
speaking of Al B's, he's in the chat right now. Shout out to him. Make sure you follow him on all platforms. He says December 1st. Yes, sir. All platforms. What's poppin'?
Yeah. That's the man. He's the mayor of A-Town.
For sure. So let's get into it, man. Tell everyone, who you are and, how you got started. Like, what is it about hip hop that influenced you so much that you became it inspired you to become an active participant in it, right? I want to know about, like, take us through it, like, how you got into this and, what inspired you.
Yeah, man. So I'm really old, and so I've been able to watch hip hop from like the time it started to where it's at now. So when I was in high school, well, probably earlier than that, like Rappers Delight came out, right? And that was like a big deal everywhere. Like, and I was in Los Angeles. That's where I grew up in Los Angeles. So when that came out, that blew my mind. I wanted to hear more, but there wasn't really much rap out there. And the rap in LA at that time sounded more like disco, like I don't know, it was different. It was
It was that electro funk.
Yeah, electro stuff. Which, you know, it's cool, but it's not, you know, it's not the one, you know. So then I was more into heavy metal and shit like that.
What bands, what metal bands were you into back in the day?
Back then, before rap,
Yeah,
that was like Iron Maiden, Motley Crue. You know, my first album was like Kiss Alive 2 when I was real young.
man. All right.
So yeah, all that shit. And I was more into that. And that's what was popping back then. It was all the heavy metal shit.
Iron Maiden for sure.
Yeah. And then breaking started. Breaking got to California. And then that's when like hip hop changed again, you know, and the music got a little bit like more danceable and more relatable. And then it started getting played on the radio. And I was in LA and we were listening to 1580 K Day, you know, with the cassette tape on record. And that's how we got exposed to it. Someone handed me a mixtape at one point that had Easy E on it, like songs that I don't even know if they got released, like Fat Girl on My Jock.
Right.
A song called Fat Girl on My Jock. Like all this old shit. And it just always kind of fell into my lap. But like I said, I was, you know, it was kind of like a off to the side thing. And then on K Day, I heard UTFO Roxanne. And man, I taped it and I played it over and over, and that just really got in my head, and I started to like get into it, and I started breakdancing and all that, and you know, everyone was breakdancing back then. It's like everyone's a rapper right now.
But let it be known. I mean, honestly, though, but the thing is, though, everybody that's rapping right now wasn't necessarily a b-boy and didn't go through that. So I mean, you from the start, you're integrating, and you've you know touched on multiple elements of hip hop.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like I'm so lucky. Like I got to watch it from every stage, you know.
Yeah.
And then it was like, when did A Nation of Millions come out? Because
86, 87.
I heard that album and I was like, that's what rap should sound like. Like that shit blew my mind. And ever since then, I just been hip hop, man.
There's a reason. No, there's a reason why my Slipknots are what they are. I mean, you can't knock especially anything with the Bomb Squad with Chuck D and Flavor and just the S1, like that whole thing was such a movement in itself. Yeah. It felt so huge. And especially, I mean, with the Fight the Power video, when they got to that.
See, but anyway, that's what led me to like Boogie Down Productions and like, so I was like really into like East Coast, like hip hop, living in Los Angeles. Cause like the music that they're doing in Los Angeles is all about gangs and shooting people. Like I was in that shit every day. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I was more into the culture of hip hop than into like rap. You know what I'm saying? And that's
May I ask you a question to speak to that? Because you being someone that grew up and came up on the West Coast, right? While hip hop was being formed, and like you said, LA had its own style, its own vibe, its own flavor, its own music, and it was that electro funk, you know, Egyptian Lover, all of that. Right? I get it, right? So, and tell us what it was like, because you always hear, one of the gripes that you hear from West Coast artists about with the East Coast is that West Coast always embraced the East Coast, but the East Coast was very late to embrace the West Coast mentality and vibe, right? So what was that scene like as the music was pushing the direction into the more gangster and street element, right? And as you looking for that pure boom bap, you wanted that purest hip hop. What was that scene like? And how did you navigate, get the music and stay on top of it?
Yeah, see, and that's like, because at a certain point I stopped listening to the radio, right? Because they weren't playing like what I wanted to hear. And then and don't get me wrong, man, the first NWA, the NWA and the Posse, I bought that shit like right away. Like that shit blew my mind as well. Like I'm not saying that I didn't like West Coast hip hop, but like it was just, there was more culture on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? It was more like all the elements. And I feel like on the West Coast, it was more just like rapping. But yeah, I mean, I just had this circle of friends, and we would just pass tapes around and find out about people and say, God damn, have you heard about Eric B and Rakim? Or like, have you heard about, such and such? And like, along with the West Coast shit, because again, the DOC and like CPO, like all those dudes are like badass, man.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. A lot of people will slip on him.
CPO was hard, man. I got all of it.
Super dope lyricist.
Like the first couple of Compton's Most Wanted albums were just fucking
music to drive by is, man, that's one of the
like
top albums. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was just not that I didn't like the West Coast styles, just that I liked the whole culture. I had never been to New York in my life. So it was just like this thing, I had never experienced it. And so like, I don't know, it was just something mystical about it,
A hip hop Disneyland type thing. I want to visit.
Yeah, exactly. And then when I did go to New York, I'm cruising down the West Side Highway listening to Nas, you know what I'm saying? And just taking in it was just, I've been to New York City one time, and I swear to God, I didn't sleep the whole time, because I was just like, I want to like see everything. I want to experience it all. And it was like a dream come true.
You mentioned you're an old man. How old are you? If you want to,
51.
51 words. So yeah, you've seen it all. You've been alive officially for the entire life of hip hop. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You did see it develop. That's dope. Yeah. So, take us. Who you had mentioned Chuck D, Public Enemy, as being some of your inspirations as well. Who do you think that who would you say had the most or has the most influence on your pen?
KRS-One. I don't even have to think about that.
That's a good answer.
I did just a good answer. I think the first album I heard was the one with the gun.
It's necessary.
Yep.
Yes, that one. I heard that, and that blew my mind, because he was putting intelligence into the rhymes and like teaching stuff, and like like Beef, that song Beef off the Edutainment album. Like that's all about like why you shouldn't eat like hamburger and shit like that. Like to me, that was like so ill. Like just putting like real nuggets of knowledge into the rap was just. That's why I'll always hold him as number one to me. Always.
Absolutely. Good answer, man.
Fair number two, Be Real.
Hey, look.
All right.
Salute to that, man. I'm a humongous Cypress Hill fan, and Cypress Hill and Be Real specifically is one of the reasons why I'm streaming and this is even happening. That's more on my shit later, but not to get into that, but I share that with you, bro. So that salute to you on that. What do you think? I got to ask you, since you brought up Be Real and Cypress Hill, do you have a favorite? What's your go-to track for them?
From Cypress Hill?
Yes, sir.
The whole Black Sunday album, front to back.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just celebrated 30 years this year, and they came here and they toured the entire Black Sunday with orchestra.
Yeah, I was there, man. That shit was incredible.
I could have got backstage if I was able to go, because all I had to do, because Bobo's been on my other podcast and a couple times, and Eric Bobo is great people, like straight up for real great people.
Yeah, I've had a couple interactions with him on IG. He's always super respectful and super cool, man.
He is a real individual, and shout out to Eric Bobo from Cypress Hill.
Hell yeah,
buddy. Yeah, man. So what was the track though? I want to know.
You gonna make me pick one?
I gotta make you pick what was that track? That one track?
What's that one with the three little putos? What's that called?
Oh shit.
One little, two little, three little putos.
I got you.
That's the jam. I don't even know the name of it, but the track on that is so good. Like, Muggs is a fucking genius.
Yes. Have you had an opportunity to check out his latest project and film?
Yeah.
And a soundtrack?
I haven't seen the film because I've been looking for it everywhere, and I don't know.
It's very limited distribution and everything like that. I think he's getting ready to put it up on one of the platforms for everybody to check that out. But Soul Assassins 3 is dope, and the track with CeeLo Green is bananas.
Yes.
So,
and the one with Slick Rick, that shit is ill. Fuck.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yes, for sure. Gentlemen, Wheeze, Fresh, you guys got any questions for Greybeard?
Yeah, you were touching base on KRS-One. I think he's very influential. What do you feel that he brought to the element of hip hop that all these other rappers that were in the East Coast didn't bring? I mean, he brought intellectual rap to the forefront, right? He started a whole movement and a whole genre. Where do you see yourself fitting in that genre, and what did he bring that made it different from all the other genres of hip hop?
So the thing about KRS is, like, he's the teacher, and he's very intelligent, and he's teaching you stuff. But my favorite hip hop moment in everything, I went to watch BDP open up for Shabba Ranks at the Hollywood Palladium in 92 or something. It was Sex and Violence, after Sex and Violence came out. He did a couple songs, and he's telling the sound guy on the side of the stage, hey, the sound ain't right, fix it. Does another song, sound ain't right, hey, turn the track off, I'm just going to go a cappella. So he does a couple songs a cappella. All right, turn the music back on, still ain't right. Him and Willie D pulled the sound guy from the side of the stage and beat his ass in front of everybody.
I've heard stories.
So, like, he is a teacher, but he will also beat your ass and might pop a fucking cap in you. So, like, that's what I respect. Like, you can be you can be the smartest and most intelligent guy and be peaceful on one side, but if you fuck with me, it's over. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably the best attitude to have in this life. Like, I'm cool until you're not. You know what I'm saying? And that's I think what the most fucking what I learned from him is, like, there's two sides to everybody. You can't be like Mr. Teacher all the time, because people are gonna fuck with you. And so, like, you can't be soft on that. And I just think it's a great attitude to keep, to keep yourself strong.
It's setting healthy boundaries.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, and if you put that attitude across, like, everything is cool, man, but do not fuck with me. Like, people respect that. I don't know what it is, but people respect that shit, and I respected it when I saw him do it, and I kind of took that whole shit on, to myself.
Don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
Yes.
Me being cool and teaching and doing these things, but hey, I can flip this and show you what how gangsters do.
But as a former sound man myself, though,
I bet you cringed over that one.
when he said that, well, because I've listen, man, I will stab you. You go look, because
Sound
I'm
boy
not gonna.
fights back.
Yeah, man.
That poor guy probably had no idea like what.
But you said Willie D too,
Yeah.
and KRS-One. KRS-One is, he's 6'3". He's a big dude. He's not small, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Willie D was boxing, so I mean,
I know Willie D. Yeah, I mean,
knocked out Melly Mel back in the day on some hip hop celebrity boxing. So
man, rest in peace, Willie D. That was an ill motherfucker, man.
He's still alive.
No.
Willie D.
Didn't we go through
Yes,
this
he's got a podcast. He's alive.
Willie D, the dude from
Ghetto Boys.
Ghetto Boy.
You're talking to, yeah, he's alive.
KRS used to have a side man. His name was Willie D. Fucking ill motherfucker.
Oh, so you're not talking about Willie D from Ghetto Boys?
Oh, okay,
bad.
yeah, because I was like, they was on tour together, which wasn't out of the realm, but.
But that was a unique lineup. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's KRS, BDP, and Ghetto Boys. All right.
That would be cool, man. Scarface and KRS. That would be sick.
That's a
lineup, perfect lineup for me. I mean, because I love both of them. Yeah. Fresh, you got a question? Or Weez, were you done?
Yeah. Go ahead, Fresh.
Yeah. First song you wrote, the one that I'm talking about, the ones you crumbled up and threw away and didn't want nobody hear yet. The first one you wrote when you after you got the influence and got the bug and got the pen going. First one you put down and satisfied. How old were you, and did you let people hear it? What was your reaction, and what was your motivation after that?
Yeah, so I was in high school. And me and my friend John Newman, we used to write rhymes and like pass them back and forth. Like, I'll write 4 lines, you write 4 lines, and we just started writing. It was bullshit. I mean, we got in trouble one time because we wrote a song and we were passing it back and forth called "Why Won't She Fuck." We were at a Christian private school.
That didn't go over well.
No, man. Like, one of the teachers found out and he made us burn it in front of him. So,
Effigy.
So yeah, I mean, but even before then, I was writing like poems and songs and shit. So I've just always been writing rhymes.
You remember the name of your first song that you actually like? Hey, this is my first joint.
The first song I ever recorded, I had a 4-track Tascam, and I used to know some guy that was addicted to meth, but he had gotten off of it. He had done time in prison for it and gotten off of it, and he used to tell me the illest fucking stories. And so the first song I ever recorded was called "Addicted," and it was about meth addiction, probably back in like '91. And I recorded that song for him as like I heard what you said and it affected me, and I gave it to him.
Yeah, that should be on the Breaking Bad soundtrack. 91. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. That's interesting. You still got it?
I do have it. It's on a cassette tape, and I'm scared to put it in any machine because
once you put it in, you got to turn it digital or for the
yeah, exactly. So that'll be the next time I put it in a machine.
Yeah,
to transfer it. Yeah, no doubt.
We're gonna put that on the calendar. Greybeard takes the tape out. We're gonna do a documentary on Addicted. Right. We're gonna have a clean room. Everybody gonna have gloves and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Weez? What else you got? You got any other questions?
Yeah. So I mean, I went through your catalog. I listened to your music as a musician himself, and lately I've been doing a lot of writing. what is the headspace and how do you get yourself to write? What's the headspace you're in, or is it just I can just write when I feel like it, or is it a more of an emotional or a feel thing or situational? You know, what's your headspace when you're writing?
So I do hills and valleys, you know what I'm saying? Like there'll be times when I'm writing a rhyme every day, like every day, and it's fire. And then there'll be times when I don't feel like writing a rhyme. So I'm gonna build a track. And then hopefully that track, you know, I'll listen to it later and that'll stimulate a rhyme. So like I don't fight it. I used to like, I'm gonna write a rhyme every day, and I did for a long, long time. But I don't do that to myself anymore because I feel like sometimes your brain needs a break. You need to see some stuff. You need to experience some stuff so that all filters through and it becomes something. So I don't force it anymore. I used to work really fast and like get songs back to people in like a day. I don't do that anymore, man. I like to sit with it, and if it's not coming out right away, I'll put it away and I'll come back to it. So like it's just when I'm feeling creative, I go for it. Like because I know I know that I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I better take advantage of it. So I start writing.
Juice is flowing.
Yeah, it's hills and valleys, man.
Indeed.
Word. So transitioning from what inspired you and to speak to it, what was like what year was the very first time? What year was it that you finally picked up the pen and got in there and recorded? What year was it? When did you start to record?
So yeah, it was like 91 or 92 when I
Okay.
actually started recording on that 4-track. I
Yep.
had a 4-track Tascam that I bought from Guitar Center. I had a keyboard that I had stole from my ex-girlfriend. You know, I just never gave it back.
What kind of keyboard?
I don't even remember. It was like this bullshit keyboard, but it had this crazy bass tone on it that you could use, and that's all I really used it for was that bass, like because it had this killer bass on it. And then so yeah, we just started making songs. I had a group of people around me that we were all interested in making music and making rap songs and like. So I mean, there was a Greg Terry used to play guitar, you know, and my man Chris Fonseca. After a while, he bought his own studio, so I would just go over to his house and record shit. But like this tape.
Nice.
That's me in 1995.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And I had a tape that came out before this, which was called War in 94. And this one's called Still Alive in 95. So like we would just put these little projects together and just hand out tapes, you know, and just because we would, you know, we would get I used to work at a video duplication place. And they would have like boxes of these cassette tapes. So we would just record a bunch of them, and the fucking this is all a Xerox copy from that we put together. You know what I'm saying? It's like like homegrown shit, and it's not any good. Like I listen to it now, and I'm like, yeah, it's not that good. But like we were trying, man, and we were fucking handing these shits out to everyone we knew, and which, you know, wasn't really effective in Los Angeles unless you're like on a really bigger level than what we were doing it at. But like I just once I got that 4-track, like I've been recording since. I never put the mic down.
Well, discography.
Yeah, man. We were gonna, if you were to get into a song on your YouTube channel, what song would you want us to get into?
First, I would say It's Been a Long Time. It's with me and Gloomy Sunday. That's the last video I think I put out. That me and Gloomy Sunday have done 2 projects together. He's a producer out here in Denver. I met him when I first like started doing shit out here, which was like 5 years ago now. So yeah, we did 2 projects together. The second project, I did do that other video. I forgot about that. But yeah.
So which one? Which one was it again? My apologies.
It's been a long time. Yeah,
see it right there.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm back, motherfuckers, like I never took a pause. These whack motherfuckers, they be sitting in their drawers. When I grab a mic around them, sound boy drowning. I tend to take it serious and y'all just clowning. We representing Denver like every fucking day. But representing Denver, man, that shit don't pay. So you get your side hustle, you flex a little muscle, plus your bust. Line stopping that, pieces to the puzzle. I'm a hip hop addict, that impression to the static. Got to have it like a habit, Gloomy's track is operatic in it. Never misses, officially back in business. We vicious, it's so delicious, it's vicious. It's like what is this? It's a classic. Boom, bap, fantastic. Yeah, we back at it, never coming with that plastic. Coming in hot, taking over the set. Got that real hip hop, dropping live in the flesh. It's been a long time. Me and Gloomy keep it classic. It's been a long time. Me and Gloomy keep it classic. Greybeard, bitch, better remember the name. And bringing the fire truck because I be spitting that flame. Style macadocious, flow so precocious. I got to make it doses, it's killing most of these roaches. Ferocious wordplay, I can do this all day. And I be sending smoke signals every place that I stay. Best get out of the way, because we crushing, we be rushing. Dropping bombs on your ass and that's not open for discussion. Percussion is busting when Gloomy handles the track. Like a 2-2-3 round to blow at your back. So unusual, weak down, come right in exact. To get the boot cook, rebound, and place on the map. Fat stack in my pocket and still pulling in racks. And we won't stop until we get the money. Facts. We've been building and plotting. You might have forgotten that Gloomy gray style, really rotten when we rockin'. It's been a long time. Me and Gloomy keep it classic. It's been a long time. Me and Gloomy keep it classic. Me and Gloomy keep it classic. It's been a long time. Me and Gloomy keep it classic. It's been a long time. Me and Gloomy keep it classic. Me and Gloomy keep it classic.
Yo.
Okay, there.
Hell yeah. Big up to my man, Just MC. He filmed that. That's his Wolf House Studios. That's his company. You should probably definitely have Just MC on here as well as Gloomy Sunday. Gloomy Sunday works with a lot of Denver rappers out here. And my man Just MC is a producer. He's a rapper and he makes dope videos. So,
well, hey, you heard it. You guys.
Who did the beat?
SMC Gloomy Sunday.
Gloomy Sunday.
Yeah, got that.
Yeah, that beat.
Nice.
That was a nice. I
Nice
like
head
that
knock too. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, I see you, Greybeard. I see what y'all doing in Denver. more of it. I'm getting a lot of it.
I want to take a quick moment to give a shout out to everyone that's tuning in right now. We appreciate you all. If you guys are new here, please do hit that like, follow, subscribe, all notification bells on all platforms. We're coming to you live here on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So please get down with the get down. Hit all of that, support it. We're trying to grow this platform, and more importantly, share it out to your people. Let them know on Wednesday, underground hip hop is alive. It is alive and well.
Yeah, buddy. Beat Boys Underground forever.
Ever.
And Mr. Greybeard in the house just dropped a nice little joint on us.
So, I noticed listening to your catalog, you got this project this year that you put out, and it was a project that was put together with Murs.
Yes.
And you have two tracks out there, 2 singles out there on that. Would you tell us a little bit about that and that experience, man, and how that all came apart? So it was called the Ground Wave Session Volume 1, The Downside, recorded in, what was that, in Longmont or what? Not
Fort Collins.
Fort Collins, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, big up to Murs, man. He's a fucking, again, a genuine dude. Ground Waves it's like a project that he's doing all across the country. I think the first one was in Fort Collins. So basically what it was to begin with was like an open mic where Murs would be there and you could spit a rhyme or whatever in front of, other rappers and in front of Murs. And the whole thing was like to get constructive criticism for what you're doing. And then COVID hit in 2020 and whatever, I forget. But they changed it so it was like a video format where we would do a Zoom, or I don't know if it was Zoom or Twitch or whatever, but we would all get together and then we would send our videos to him and then he would play the videos and then people, would give constructive criticism in the chats and he would, kind of go over, whatever, if he had any suggestions or whatever. So I got involved when it was a video thing because when it was in Fort Collins, man, that's a hell of a drive to do one song. But the video thing, I got involved because I could do that and I wasn't, so I would do that every week. And then the year after that, once COVID was over, or maybe it was a couple years, they had a thing where you apply, where they're going to do a weekend session of, 10, 12 people. So I applied to that and I got in. And then like October 2022, I think, I forget, but it was sometime in 2022. Everybody who got in the program, we went up to Fort Collins. We were there for 2 days at this place called the Music District, which is basically a building with a bunch of studios in it. Curtis King was involved. So he did all the tracks. And then, so what they did is, before we got there, they gave us a song. They made me a group with Just MC. So The Downside, that's the song that me and him did together. So we wrote that before we got there. Then we recorded it when we got there. Then they they were putting like 2 groups together. So then we were with Nick Sandville. And so that's the second song that I got off of there. Where you at? I forget the name of it. Where You Live. And then that was the second song. We recorded that. Well, they gave us a track. We sat. We wrote the lyrics, and then we went and recorded it. And then they have a big posse cut at the end of the thing. So we did that, and then it came out this year, I think. So it was just a really, really cool experience to be around Murs, who's a fucking genius as far as I'm concerned, and like has been pushing his shit like independently not independently, but for a long time. And like, so it was just a really good experience. And then this October, they brought me out to Ontario, I think California, and we did a show at the Thought Fest, which was dope. It was dope. And so I got to, he was there introducing everybody as they came on stage. I think we got 15 minutes or whatever. So it's just been like a really, really cool experience. A lot of opportunities. They're doing it again this year. This Friday, they're having a show up at Fort Collins. So I'll probably be at that if I'm not sick still. But yeah, I mean, it's just a really cool program where they're actually like supporting artists and musicians and rappers in particular.
Word. Fresh. Weez, you got any questions?
How'd you say you linked up with Murs? You said it was I think I heard that part. I was just Googling a couple things.
It was through that program.
Okay, through that program.
So yeah, when we were submitting videos, that's when I had like my first interactions with him. And then when I actually met him, I don't even remember when I actually met him. I've been around him a lot, you know, like, well, not a lot, but, you know, like we've been around each other. But I think, you know, it all had to do with that Ground Waves and what he's pushing. And so he's doing Tulsa now. There's Arkansas. And so it's just he's kind of building this up to where, you know, he's saying that he's going to retire from rapping and just kind of do this kind of stuff. So
that's interesting. Yeah. I've met him back in the day. I think him and Dibbs that did a couple little things together, and cool dude. Yeah. So it's good to see y'all linking up and put some more, especially, you know, during the downtime. It started before, and always good to see artists reinventing themselves through that whole COVID process, which was, you know, crazy. It's crazy in our lifetime. Some just really crazy. So yeah, that's really dope. You know, to turn that into a positivity and now starting to come out and unfold itself. So that's just dope.
Yeah, it was just a really good experience, man. And like they're still doing it. So like I always encourage people, you know, jump in on it, because you can't fucking score if you don't shoot, you know. So
yeah. Word. So
no, it's definitely a good movement.
Absolutely. Y'all gentlemen have any other questions before we get into another video?
Let's get into the video.
Let's get into a video. So we're going to let you pick again.
All right.
So let's take a look here and tell us, out of your videos, which one should we play next?
Let's do Project X, which is that third one over.
Right here.
This one is off my album called the ICBM. This one is produced by Burnswell, my right-hand man. Check it out.
Looking for that pre-roll break. Forward those down and re-roll. And now we chillin'. Let's go grab some food. Stop at alternation so that I can get some brew. Yeah. And this is how we do. Headed to the studio to bring you something new. And it's true, I'm only keeping killers in my crew. Cause we tryna earn, grabbing up the loot. Catch me up at wax tracks, looking through the record racks. 1984 on every wall, and that's a fucking fact. My style you fear it, cause you can't get near it. Gotta meet top flight up at Mile High Spirit. Hypnotic got me in the door. And now I'm doing things I never thought I'd do before. Trust in my process, legend like Loch Ness. Hand me a fucking mic, man, I got this.
Popping like diamonds that glisten. Bombs and I'm popping like diamonds that glisten.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey yo, I'm headed to the east side. Been the corner slow, I'm about to go and see my peeps nice. Stomach kinda low, I hit a well the street to eat right. Mona looked it up fat. The slide to Angelo's to see what's new up on the CD racks. Hard to knots right up the street, let's get the bottles popping. Let's hit the pin code now to peep the reaper options. We keep the people rocking, alternation bar party hopping. Up in your mom's house often, you got no time for talking. Passing drinks and smoke some greenery. Let's go and hit the creamery. The munchies got me fiending, bean and cheese with beef. I'm through these Denver streets with greybeard. From me, was made here. For 24th, we honest, but don't play fair. Time to hit the lab to get the gab, no longer waiting. Let's knock a few songs down, let's rock this compilation. Cause we a nation of the illest out here marinating. So show respect to the fam, there is no conversation.
Weapons and munitions of war. Weapons and munitions of war. Weapons and munitions of war.
Brought to you by Burns Wine.
Your mom's house.
Let me jump in here, Greybeard. Being from Colorado, that visual took me back. Wax tracks, Bar Red. Where else did we hit on there? You guys were out on Welton Street at the Welton Street Cafe visual.
That's
you know,
right.
you go get that jerk chicken with the catfish, man. The visuals, the visuals. I mean, you took me back through the history of Colorado, and a lot of people don't know the visuals and the importance of the visuals that were in that video. That's history.
That's right. Yeah.
Blessings on
Like-
the video. Dope visuals.
Thank you, brother. That's Just MC. We just got some cameras. Everybody got their phone out, and he had cameras, and we just went around the city and big up to my man Flows Rhymeswell, who is on there as well in that second verse, because we just wanted to make a Denver song and kind of highlight the city, and we made that song, and I knew that would make a fucking sick video. So yeah, we just all went out and hit all the spots that we mentioned on the song, and just came out pretty fucking awesome.
Was that when you say Colorado? Was that mainly Denver, or was that different parts of?
Yeah, no, that's all Denver shit.
Oh, Denver.
Yeah, and
Okay.
like he was saying, man, like you wouldn't really know what you're looking at unless you're from Denver.
Right.
Kind of like an esoteric type of song. Man.
Specific spots that,
Yeah.
Okay. Homage is always good, and Wee's already picked up on it. Yeah, certain shots that you see, like, oh, get that throwback, that, oh man, go down memory lane feeling. Yeah, and the beat was down tempo and nice. And did producer he play that bass line live on there?
Yeah.
It sounded like he did.
So that's Burnswell, right? So he has a bunch of like old shit. He used to be in a band, and so what he did was he sampled the drums, and it's all live instruments, and it's all sampled and put back together. And he held on to that song, I think, for that track for like 17 years or some shit. Like it's that fucking old. And he always played it for me, and I was like, dude, you got to give me that. You got to give me that. And he would like always be like, nah, because he had it for so long. It was like his baby, man. And finally I got him to give it up, and there you have it, man. That shit just came out nice.
Got everybody in the chat is definitely giving you big ups throughout everything that they've heard. Like Herbs One guest a couple of weeks ago on my other podcast, and he's out of LA, super dope producer and stuff like that too. He makes great beats and everything like that. Check him out. That might be Herbs, Greybeard,
Yes.
Herbs. I would love because the one thing I will tell you is that like how you like boom bap and strong drums. He's got stuff. He's got that stuff for you, man. So that would be a good collab.
There's a lot
Yes,
of
it
us,
was.
you know what I'm saying, that do that grimy shit. It's still out there, you know what I'm saying? They don't play that on the radio. They're playing that pop music, that kiddie shit. But like if you look out there, there is whatever type of hip hop you want to listen to, it's out there.
Yeah.
So you just got to kind of search for it these days.
That's why we're here. We're trying to. Hey, I hear it
Exactly.
all
Yo,
on conference calls. I hear it, and from what you hear in the pop world, it's like no, this major artist still going on tour and making 6, 7 figures, and still booking shows, and new artists that's coming up that's emulating and taking it a step further with their own styles of underground hip hop. So just try to channel that out there, and get audience familiar with you, and you familiar with the audience, and keep it moving. Keep this hip hop thing moving forever.
hell yeah.
The
I
Eagles.
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on, man. Good shit so far.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
So
I like the Al Beast joint too that y'all did.
Those
Heard
are
that
all
couple
dope,
weeks
man.
ago.
I can't,
I like that one.
those are all dope. LB's is a motherfucker on the mic, man.
absolutely. I was listening to a couple of the ones that you have on Spotify with him on it. Let me pull up Spotify right.
Those two tracks. There's 2 tracks off the project that's coming out on December 1st that are already released. So it's that All Day track and How You Like Me Now. And then the rest will come out on December 1st.
Let's see. So right here, All Day.
Yeah.
Bam. Let's get into this one.
If you came to party, know we do this all day. Know we popping bottles, getting lit all day. Blunts is going round and round and round all day. So I'ma let you stay, but know we do this all day. I'm faded, big lit. That's what they call me. Got party favors of all kinds. Need something, call me. Turned up to the max. When you fuck with me, I do this for a living. You should come fuck with me. Come pull up. I'll show you I'm really the man. I'm ready for action. I came to party, getting turned. That is the plan. You probably can't hang. We going hard until the sunrise. The freaks come out tonight, so you know I'm gonna be in some thighs. Fuck around and have to get this night up on camera. Shit. It's a private party for the freaks, so don't be saying she. My kind of party. I'm a great candidate to party with, so let me know if you trying to participate. Party, know we do this. Know we popping bottles, getting lit. Blunts is going round and round and round. So I'ma let you stay, but know we do this. If you came to party, know we do this all day. Know we popping bottles, getting lit all day. Blunts is going round and round and round all day. So I'ma let you stay, but know we do this all day.
Yeah. Hey yo, we step inside the place, it's a party. I'm headed to the bar, pour Bacardi. Cool with the red soda cup on point. Elevators, I puff this joint like, ooh, that's what we do. Rule number 1, don't fuck with the crew. Rule number 2, don't you lose your cool. When this room's kicking in, take it back to school. Like, I do not think that you can hang with us. Ride the beats of bang or kick some fucking slang like us. And this is how we live, there ain't no change in us. Yo, you could try, I'd rather die, go insane or rust. I seen them on my funky tip. You can take a puff, won't burn your lip. Tomorrow morning we take the 5th, but tonight I'm gonna jump off the cliff like we going crazy. The room is smoky and hazy. We stay shrooming and blazing. The fucking feeling's amazing.
Party, know we do this all day. Know we popping bottles, getting lit all day. Blunts is going round and round and round all day. So I'ma let you stay, but know we do this all day. If you came to party, know we do this all day. Know we popping bottles, getting lit all day. Blunts is going round and round and round all day. So I'ma let you stay, but know we do this all day.
Yes. Who was that on the track? Who made that track?
You know what? I'm not sure who did that one. I'll have to get back to you on that.
Was that one that Bees probably linked up?
Yeah, Bees got all the tracks together and would just send them to me. So
Bees
yeah,
is working all over the place.
Yeah, he knows like everybody. So
that's what he do.
He's hustling every day. He's hustling.
No doubt. But yeah, that one's I like doing that one live with him because that's a crowd pleaser, man.
David Lonhoff.
Oh, there you go.
Right. How B said
Yeah.
David Lonhoff on the beat.
He actually talked about him on his interview, guy in Germany. David Linhoff, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so there we have it.
Boom.
Well, I'd liked it a couple weeks ago, so actually I could take this down. I'm still in rotation. No worries. I've had it saved up there since when I first heard it. So I like that joint.
Hell yeah. Yeah. And then that's the thing, like that's not a typical Greybeard type of track that
I think you would be,
you know what I'm saying? So that's like we were stretching each other, you know what I'm saying? I think that's why it came out so good.
Yo, so I've got some of my family's in the chat as far as my 420, my Be Real TV, Cypress Hill 5150 families in the house, kitchen sink crew. They're in the house right now, and we do this 420 thing. And what I like to say is that I heard I heard heavy shit off the Old Heads album, right? And you have the intro to. And you have to know how much of how mess was Up in Smoke. I knew the spaceship sound. I was like, oh, that's the spaceship sound. As soon as I heard it, I was like, I know exactly. And I didn't know if you were going to incorporate how the beat and how it was all in there. But you incorporated it throughout there. We're going to play that.
Okay.
We're going to play that next. But I want to know, tell me, I want to know the thought process and like tell me about this when y'all made this and who was the producer. Tell me about this track before we play it.
Yeah, so Old Heads is completely produced by my man Burnswell. He sent me that track. It already had that Cheech and Chong sample on there. And it was like, it's a really long intro. Like it takes a while to get.
It is.
But like, if you know that movie, you're reliving it. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was cool. So he sent that over to me. And obviously that song is going to be about weed, right? So I wrote my verse and I sat on that for a minute. And then me and Just MC have like, I don't know why, but we have a bunch of songs about weed. So after a while I sent it to him and he dropped the second verse on there. And I think that, and then I added a couple more samples from like some other Cheech and Chong shit. So yeah, I mean, it was just, Burnswell is like incredible. Me and him, like he makes beats that I like he knows, like, I don't know. And he just keeps getting better and better. So
where's he out of?
He's in Denver.
He is in Denver.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, another one. Burnswell.
Hell yeah.
Holler at us, man.
He's another cool motherfucker, man. Like really cool.
Yeah, I like I said, I listened to the whole Old Heads album twice today. I was like, I'm an old head too. I was like, I fucks with this one, but we're gonna get into this one. This one right here for everyone watching, heavy shit off of the Old Heads album. You can get this right if you go to Greybeard. You can get to it.
Oh, shit. What is this, man? What is this?
Goddamn, I didn't have nothing to do with this shit.
Look at that. Hey, don't put your hand in there, man. Damn, look at that. What's happening? Oh, God.
Shit's getting bigger.
Oh, man. Look at this sheep shit.
chilling in the vehicle right before the show. 3 joints down, got like 4 more to go. I take the flour, mix it up with the wax, and funky feel on the tip, we flavor it out to the max. It's like, damn, you think we smoke too much? Nah, bro, we just never coming with that soft touch. To wonder that we made it, we stay so faded. Take case full of joints on point, fabricated. Me and Burns will burn like Cheech and Chong. Smoking up the area, smoking up the song. Smoking in the street, smoking out the bong. Stop smoking blunts cause it tastes too strong. Yeah, motherfucker, still got the green pipe. Loaded and I smoke a bowl with you all night. What you like? I like the sour D's, the OGs. We only hit your flavors max, THC.
That's heavy shit.
Yeah. What up, Burns? What up, Greybeard? Yo. Yeah, I'm feeling expressive. Relaxed on that Pineapple Express shit. We could keep it on, leaking songs, people freaking on, heaps of strong marijuana. We on our cheeching. Meant to say cannabis, and I could be a can of shit when saying fuck the analysts. Handle my shit more like a cannibal, bitch. Eating competition like a handful of chips. And I'm a full-grown man, so I can handle the diss. Thoughts leaving weak fuckers with hands full of piss. My words are like all the crayons in a kit, cause when I plot them out, it's a colorful wit. You calling it quits? I'm at the bottom of pits, crawling my way out just to handle my biz and mark it off. Worked at Bismarcky, it's R.I.P. Wished we'd have met from JMC.
That didn't even do nothing to me, man. I could probably smoke this whole joint, man, and still walk away, man. Wouldn't be no problem at all, man. Hey, man. What?
Word.
Yeah.
Who's that on the second verse there?
That's Just MC.
Okay.
He filmed the last 2 videos we just watched.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Sounded like Big Weez for a minute.
I thought the same thing too. I was like, whoa.
I like, so he got a vocal doppelganger. I was like,
yeah.
I was waiting for us to say, yeah, that's Weeds on the track. He was like, oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You
So
weren't
thinking, do I got some samples out there?
You wasn't supposed to tell. You're telling a secret right now. You know
I done snitched on the game.
Yeah, like
it's off the ego.
Up the hump. Big Weez is.
And side note, literally, I just posted that my VHS. Ain't nobody buying those disintegrating tapes, but literally up in smoke, still smoking. Nice dreams. Went in the garbage can yesterday. VHS. I mean, of course,
Why,
I got.
Why though?
Ain't nobody buying it. It's eating up space, man. It's I won't be on Hoarders with all these surrounded with all these VHS tapes falling on me. Got one in my mouth. I can't get rid of them. I toss them. I took a picture of them.
You just burnt Bibles on it. You know what I mean?
It wasn't final. It wasn't final.
I know. Now, if that was to happen, if you threw away.
If I had a Cheech and Chong record, and that ain't happening.
Like, what are you doing? So, to get back
into
it,
plugs. Turn your mic up a little, Boogie.
Thank you. I'm jockeying audio. I'm doing.
We got you.
All right, so check this out, man. Greybeard, like I've noticed in a couple of, I can see, and I wanted to ask you. It's funny that you brought that up about the Be Real influence because you mentioned Funky Field Tips a lot. And as someone, I've got plenty. I've got some great autographed ones too from the crew, but that you're a fan of the Funky Field Tips as well, huh?
Oh, most definitely, man. That changes the whole experience.
So for what you guys don't know, Funky Field Tips are a glass tip that they are hand blown, and is the mic still down? Are we good?
No, you're
good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So check this out. Like, You've got, oh, there it is. Here, go. Give me 1 second. We'll get that. Bam. So those are it right there, right? And then they have like a bunch that are like special and all types of craziness, and it's super collectible as far as like in the cannabis industry. It's like some head stuff, right? But I will say though, anybody that is, you know, rolling up any type of joint or anything like that, that changes everything. That changes the taste. You don't have any more of the roaches and having to hold on and figure it out, but it also keeps it nice and clean and smooth, and they're dope. So shout out to Funky Field Tips.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to work on a sponsorship from them. So shout out to them. Yeah, man. So how do you go about, like, what is it in the process of recording when you get into, like, do you have a studio at home to be able to record your vocals, or do you go into studios as well?
No, I've always had my own studio. Like I said, I started out with the Tascam.
Yeah.
And so yeah, no, I record everything in this room.
So shout out to you, because you're because a lot of times you can hear the different levels of different, you know, you can tell that it sounds different because people are, you always blend in well. You've got the way you've got your studio, like how, for the folks that's out there that wants to set up, you know, and be able to record at home and get down with what you've got, could you run people through your setup, since you do have like a home setup and you do everything from home?
Yeah. So when I moved to Denver in 2002, I bought a digital 8-track recorder, and so I was using that with the ASR 10 for a long time. And then my buddy, my day one, Johnny Larson, he gave me a bootleg copy of Reason, like probably about 5 years ago. He gave me a bootleg copy of Reason on an old, fucked up, refurbished computer. But I don't know, he must have had, he knew, you know what I'm saying? Because once I got that, that's all I use. I just use Reason. And I'm sure there's all kinds of shit about it that I don't know about. I just figure out shit to where it sounds like what I'm hearing in my head. And Reason allows me to do all of that. So that's basically all I got is Reason. I got a real version now, and I updated and shit. Yeah. I'm legit.
Let it be known.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's it. But I mean, I've been recording myself and mixing myself since the 90s. So like, at this point, I know what I'm doing. I'm not like, I never went to classes for it. I never, you know, really hung out with any real engineers or anything. I just know how to manipulate shit to where it sounds good to me. And most of the time, if it sounds good to me, it's most of the time it's good. My ears are still good.
Mm-hmm. Word. What kind of microphone do you use?
Audio Technica. I don't know, man. I don't spend a lot of money on gear. I bought that mic like 4 years ago for like $100 or something. Yes. And before then, I was doing all my lyrics through a Shure. I was doing all my lyrics.
That's an SM58 right there.
The industry standard.
That's right.
This microphone, look, this is me in 1995 holding that fucking mic.
Hell yeah. That's dope. That's that mic still sound good.
I don't spend a lot of money on gear. I got a refurbished computer, a fucking old ass monitor. You know, I don't spend the money. I just make sure that it sounds good.
It's not about the equipment. It's not about how much you use it.
It's not.
Yeah.
And that shows for anybody that's out there, if it's something that you want to do, you can figure out a way to do it, and you can do it until you get better and work up to that equipment that you really want. But don't let what your current circumstances are keep you from being able to do what it is that you want to do. So, and salute to you for that, because that shows, you know, you've got that drive. It's in you. It's part of you. You know, it's part of your life, and you still participate in it, right?
All the way, man. And that's not to put down fucking studios, because if you haven't been recording and you're just starting, you should probably definitely go to a studio and make sure that it sounds good, because you gotta put those 10,000 hours or whatever in, right?
Yeah,
master class. Yeah,
you gotta put those hours in, man. I've made thousands of songs, and like I've written millions of lines of rap. Like I've put my time in for this shit. So like I'm efficient, and I'm good at this now, you know, and there's no doubt in my mind.
Yes. Weeze, got any questions?
Yes. As a person with a home studio, I actually want to come sit in a session with you if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, come on through, man. No doubt.
Yeah, I would love to sit down and see you record and how you do it, because I used to use Reason back in the day. That was one of the first programs I actually learned how to make beats on. So, and then they came out with Reason Record. Is that what you're using now?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is the Reason Record?
Yep.
I like it. I like that program a lot. I mean, I definitely want to check it out. We'd love to come sit in the studio so I can see what the new Reason Record and the updates are on that software with you.
Yeah, no, come on through, man. We'll figure it out. You can come through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fresh, you got a question?
Not really at this point. On your production, because we've heard a few joints, like to mix it up or lean towards sampling or original music?
I kind of do both, man. I'll go through periods where I don't sample anything, because Reason has like every instrument you would ever want, and you can tweak it a jillion different ways. So I can make stuff that sounds like it's sampled, or I can make something, record it, and then sample it. You know, like it's so endless. And then sometimes I'll just sit here on YouTube and just pull samples out, and like either way, man. Like, and the thing is, in Reason, I'm sure there's an easier way to do shit. I'm so old school. Like I sample like into the drum machine on Reason, and that's I triggering the samples like that. But you don't have to do that anymore. I mean, they have a sampler on there where it chops everything nice for you and all that.
Didn't they have what was it called? The recycler? Because I used to use Reasons, but didn't used it on a few projects or songs, I would say. It was a recycler which used to split the beat up for you. Or, Reason guys, help me out here.
Yeah.
Recycler, beat recycler?
It's Retune?
Was it Retune? It would like spread it out across the keyboard so you can play different parts, like it was spacing it out on an MPC.
I don't know if they have that anymore. They have what's called Mimic Creative Sampler, which is like you just throw the sample in there and it'll split it automatically for you, or it will spread it across the keyboard. Or
I think that might have replaced what I was talking about.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of different ways to do it. I just do it the hard way.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's your workflow. It works for you.
Yeah.
Yo, so we have a question from Al B's. And his question is, someone who has seen all years of hip hop that you've seen, Greybeard, can you tell me two things that have consistently stayed the same throughout the years?
Man, that's a good question.
It is. Shout out to Al B's.
I'll tell you one thing that definitely has never fucking changed is genuine people. And you can tell when someone's being real and when someone's faking the funk.
For real.
I think in hip hop, like that's always been like the thing where like you're not supposed to sound like someone else. That's biting. That's whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what happened to all these rules, but like I still live by that shit. Damn, another thing stayed the same. Man, hip hop has just been evolving since it started.
That it is. That it is.
You know what? The thing that I don't know. This is just the thought that popped into my head. Is that hip hop has always been looking at itself and always appreciated like the history that we've been through. And like, like this year is the 50th anniversary and everybody's looking back, and good music is good music. And there's trash rap, and there's always been trash rap. Even in the 80s and the 90s, there was junk, and there still is today. But like, you can always find your taste. That's the beautiful thing about hip hop. Like, if you like jazz, there's cats that do jazz tracks. Like, if you like that hardcore, like DMX shit, like you can find that. Like, there's Cypress Hill. There's every flavor imaginable. And I think that that's something that's been consistent as well, and something that will continue into the future, man.
Or, that brings me to my question, given the fact that, you are what you would even by your own admission, an old head, right? And being the fact that you like that boom bap, rough, rugged. I want your opinion on, how do you feel about the current state of hip hop and the artists and the way it's going? And, what's your opinion, and how do you feel about how hip hop is at its current state?
There's a theory that what they're pushing out on the kids, what they're playing on the radio is meant to destroy them. It's meant to disarm them and make them stupid, and that's a way that they can fill up their prisons where they make a lot of money. So I kind of adhere to that. But there's young artists out there that are dope, like there's people that are doing it that are way younger than me. Like Gloomy Sunday is like 30 years younger than me, and he's making tracks that are sick. So like, I don't really pay attention to what's on the radio or what they're trying to push on people. I could give a fuck. The thing that changed my whole philosophy, because I had stopped putting out music or trying to be a rapper or whatever for a long time. I just wanted to concentrate, raise my kids, and take care of them and get them through all the fuck shit that they have to go through. And then once they had grown up, I knew that they were going to be out of the house soon. And like, what the fuck was I going to do now? And I've been making music the whole time. I've been writing rhymes the whole time. And then I heard Run the Jewels. And I was really disenfranchised with the whole fucking rap scene since like 2000 something. And I was like done with it. It's pop music now. And then I heard Run the Jewels 2. And that shit blew my mind, in that I can put out whatever type of music I feel is hip hop, and it's okay. It doesn't matter, because what it is it's not what you should be chasing after is not someone else's sound. What you should be chasing after is your genuine soul. And so like, people say I'm boom bap, I'm this, I'm that, and they categorize it, which is cool. But like, I don't go after that sound. All I do is I make hip hop, and that's what it comes out as.
Word.
I think, people need to be more worried about what they sound like, not what other people are doing. Because if you're chasing a trend, you're already behind.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Be yourself and let people catch up.
Set the trend.
I mean, think about what you just said, because again, you've seen the era where it was very much a thing where, you can't be biting. If you sounded like anything like somebody else, it was biting, right? And now, because of the way the labels and everything are, what they pick and choose to put out, right? And they pick and choose to put out what sounds the same. And so at some point, there's the force, do you want to get put on, or do you want to just remain original and hope to break through, right? So that's the whole tough part about remaining true to yourself and doing. But how do you feel about the difference between, the cats from, being an old head and how these folks are biting these days?
You know what? The record companies and the radio stations are dying right now. So they have figured out a little a formula that they know works. And so they're no longer willing to put money into artists and A&R them, like bring them up, show them how to record, show them how to handle money. All that shit is gone because they're dying. They're not making as much money as they used to. So they figured out this formula and they're putting everybody into that formula. There's certain chords, there's certain tones, there's certain shit that attracts people, and you hear it 10, 12 times, it's stuck in your head.
Yeah.
You've gotten this all down, man. It's a science. Repetition. I mean, like Britney Spears songs, like these are all formulas, and they're not willing to spend money to like bring artists up. So that's why everyone sounds the same, because they got this formula. They're plugging people into it and letting them run with it. And then if it works for them, oh shit, we got to get us a little yachty too, And so that's just what happens. It's eating itself until it's gonna fucking be gone.
Yes, like you said, artists and repertoire has been gone, and I don't know if y'all caught the blue pill, red pill, which one you want, which one you're going to delve into. But they've been doing, it started with the independent labels. If they became hot doing something different than what the mainstream was doing, the mainstream would come try to gobble them up. And so now, as a record pool, we had any independent artists on there, major labels calling, checking our charts, like, who's these guys? They making noise out there. They doing good. They interested. They want to suck them into their machine. They might even shelf their project. But the independents to stay independent, then the onslaught of the internet. Now you can put your music out there. So you don't need a A&R. You don't need the label. They come looking for you now at this point in time, and it's up to you to say, okay, I can write my own deal. I want to keep my music creativity the way it is. You came to find me. Otherwise, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And that's, like you said, the labels, they're looking and searching, and they will stick you in that box, that formula, and starting to get the little onslaught of the Caribbean sound. So here's what we're going to push. As soon as something hits or blows, they want everybody to do the same thing till they beat that trend to death.
Yep.
Like you said, if you're following the trends, you're already behind. So you hit it on the head.
Yeah, it's it's kind of sad, but we don't need them anymore. There's good music out there. They're still robbing us blind. We're not making money. When do the musicians go on strike? And get our fair share, and fucking like these AI rappers now, But good music is out there. If you know of an artist and you love them, man, make sure that you support them, because it's very important. Like, we're not out here making millions of dollars. We're struggling. We're struggling artists. And so, like, if you know someone that's doing music and you love their shit, make sure that you are supporting them 100%.
Support the entertainment. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Support Greybeard. Greybeard for president. Right here on B-Boys Underground Forever. He preaching. Yes, sir.
Very passionate about hip hop, man. It's like, I can talk about two things forever: hip hop and MMA fighting.
There we go.
Yeah, I got you on both of those switches, brother.
So who's your favorite fighter, since you brought up MMA? Who would you say would be your favorite one, past or present?
You know what? Right now, Brandon Royval. He's from Denver. and he's about to fight for the championship. So I'm behind that 100%, man. 100%.
There it is.
Adesanya guy. I like Izzy.
What'd you say, Weez? Who?
I like Izzy. Adesanya. He's a last style bender. He reminds me of myself because I'm a style bender.
Yeah, he had a crazy run, man. That dude is incredible. Like,
yeah,
it's hard to pick a favorite because, man, these fighters they're in there and then they fall off so quick, man. It's like crazy.
Word. So what I'm going to do is let's get into your socials and let folks know where they can find you. I'm going to put your information. It's all in the description for you guys watching it on YouTube and Facebook or on the replay or live right now. All of Greybeard's socials are completely listed out. Please make sure you follow Greybeard on Spotify, Instagram, iTunes, and all that good stuff. We've got your website here that you've got, and it's put together very nicely, might I add as well. Let's see here. Boom.
Yeah, the website, you hit that to see where I'm doing shows. I don't have anything scheduled on there right now, but yeah, and then you can link to all my socials from there. I'm on Instagram a lot, so greybeard_Denver on Instagram. And then from there, you can pretty much get to everything as well. So you got my website or my IG, you're good.
It's in the chat. So everybody's got the link to IG. You've got the link to the website here. Boom.
Yep. It's everywhere. It's on the YouTube live. It's all in the description, like he said. Yeah, I like that joint. I was listening to Duck Down earlier. Like that. I heard this rumor too. I was just doing some, doing a little research. Heard you turned down a couple Just for Men commercials. So that gray beard, that's some real shit, huh?
Oh no.
Yeah, they don't like me, man. They don't like me, man.
Oh, y'all thought I was dead serious. I should have milked that a little more.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. But yeah, Duck Down. I was checking that out earlier. That's a nice.
No, Duck Down. That song never got released. It's just that video.
Really?
That's my man Butter Cookies on the beat. He's also I don't know if he's in Denver anymore, but he's in Colorado as far as I know.
Okay.
He's an intense motherfucker, man. He makes good beats.
Yeah, I'm digging that.
But yeah, you should play that video.
Looking for it right now.
It's in the Greybeard videos, I think, list playlist.
Go to your links, and I think it's under
your. Yeah, I'm on your page right now. Let's see here.
Do it in chat just in case.
Oh, thank you. I could use that right quick.
Cool.
Here, I'm going to show it on screen here. You help me because I'm overlooking it.
So yeah, you got to go. It's not in there. It's on a playlist. So go to playlists.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, go on there. There it is. It's the black and white picture.
Duck Down. Thank you. Yeah, this one is dope.
styles, rock crowds, play my music loud, keep making hits and make my city proud. From the top of the penthouse to the gritty city streets, catch me out in Denver, cause we always bring it heat. Put your eyes on my city, baby, butter on the beat. We roll deep with no sleep. AOP, I'ma smash then dash, cause I rhyme for the cash. If you ain't down with my sound, then kiss my ass. I'm a mogul in the making, this city's for the taking. Don't worry about it, baby, I'll be bringing home the bacon any day now. Yeah, we gon' get paid now. And look at all these fucking suckers trying to throw shade now. Don't give a fuck in my jam, you'll get stuck. I'm coming through, lyrics spraying suckers, better duck down. When we coming through your town, duck down. And I don't come to play around, duck down. Or you can get played, clown, duck down. Duck down. When we coming through your town, duck down. And I don't come to play around, duck down. Or you can get played, clown, duck down. Duck down. Yo, I'm the illest. Let me kill this track. Trying to bring the realest back. Fill this with the rhyme and grind you down like a silverback. Gorilla glue. Killing you, cause that's what a killer do. I'm chilling like a villain. Swilling on the Miller brew until it's time, yo. Until I go and get mine, yo. Until then, my rhyme will blow your fucking mind, bro. And I'm not joking, I leave them all broken. I walk away getting paid, staying still smoking. Gray beard, I got the set of skills to stay here. And I'ma make it clear, I ain't going anywhere. So just get used to me, I guess now you're stuck. And this is your last warning, suckers better duck down. We're coming through your town, duck down. And I don't come to play around, duck down. Or you can get played, clown, duck down. Duck down. When we coming through your town, duck down. And I don't come to play around, duck down. Or you can get played, clown, duck down. Duck down.
Word.
All right, Greybeard. It couldn't have been that cold that day. You had
oh my God,
a jacket, a hoodie, a t-shirt.
It was freezing. I feel like every time I make a video, it's freezing cold. I don't know why. I just do them in the summer.
Oh man, I love to see the visuals, man. I was hot sitting here watching, like, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it get cold here, but shit.
I'm from California too, man, so I feel it twice as much. But yeah,
I don't know if we got a chance to ask you, when did you move from California to here?
Yeah, I moved from California in 2002.
Gotcha. What were you going to say before? My bad, interrupted. You're talking about filming that video.
That video was done by I Am Benjamin. I didn't know the dude. He contacted me through IG or something, and he was a student at, I don't know, CSU or something. Down here, I don't know what it is.
Metro.
But he's like a film student or something. We met up at Chiba Hut on Colfax. I didn't even know we were going to film a video that day. I thought we were just going to meet up and talk about it. And he was like, yo, I got all the shit. Let's go do it. And so that's how that shit came up. And it came out real nice. And that song's been out for a while. But like I said, it never got released on an album or anything. It was just kind of like a one-off video type thing.
The visuals were dope as hell, man. That whole production was dope.
Yeah, it came out really good, man. And again, showcased the city. Looks really good.
I love
film
the
students
cityscapes
are
in
great
videos.
and cheap.
Yeah,
Buy them lunch. Hey, what's the worst can go wrong?
Yeah. Yeah, no, he did a really good job. So yeah, that's a good one.
And
Duck Down. Any references like to the Duck Down crew, Duck Down Records?
You know what? There's been so many Duck Down songs, dude. Like KRS has a Duck Down song, like
Suck a Duck and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I figure. I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about that when I wrote it. It just fit in there so well. I just
gotcha. Just curious.
Dope. Well, so check this out. We've got some submissions that we can get into right quick. Graybeard, you got time to sit through some couple submissions from we got from Herbs One. He went to over the weekend. Past weekend, he was able to go and kick it with the Far Side and go to the concert. And we've got some footage of it. So if you guys don't know, we have a Discord server, B-Boys Underground, forever, ever, 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 ever. And this is where we want you to go. I'm going to put this in the chat and everybody's chat. Boom. We've got that link. Hit that link. Become a member of the B-Boys Underground server. This is how you can keep up to date with the show, interact with the show throughout the week, and also have your content played live on the air. We've got some sections for everyone. And then in the point where if you're going to submit for the show, it says submissions for B-Boys. This is where you go. DJs, if you have any sets or anything or a gear picture, definitely put your stuff in there. MCs, I'm looking at you, MCs. Put your stuff in there. Put your videos, put your links. But if you want it on the show, also put it in submissions. You got graffiti, you got B-Boys, we got producers, we got all different types of tabs. If there's a tab we're missing, let us know. I can get it built. And salute to Richie D 420, one of my brothers, has set this up for us. But getting into this, we've got Herbs One and the folks from the Far Side. Let's get the volume up.
We're videotaping live.
Yeah, you already live.
So we doing it. Norbon.
That's Herbs One. That's the fellas right there. And then also here's some footage. Yeah, man.
Okay, keep running
That's
away.
a classic joint.
Yes, yes, it is.
Rest in peace, Dilla.
Yes.
And then we've got one more submission from Herbs One. This is a new beat he just published on his IG today.
Maybe break your feature.
Yes, shout out to Herbs One.
Dope.
Thank you so
Herbs
much for
One.
the submission. And again, for you folks that are wanting to also self-promote your streams, your shows, we've got a self-promotion tab on there too. So please get down. It's easy. Discord's easy. It's free. It's an easy way to connect. What we want to do is be able to bring together all the underground hip hop, all the underground scenes together into one underground scene, be united on one strong front. We can do this. Like you said, you can be independent and you can be successful and get out there. You know, there's no excuse not to be able to be an artist or whatever it is that you want to do with technology the way it is. You can run a podcast from a phone. So get it done. Do it. Just do it.
Oh yeah.
Baby, you can do it.
Take your time. Take your time. Do it right.
You can. You can.
Oh man. So Greybeard, man, it's been awesome having you on. You guys got anything else?
I do.
Yeah.
So Gray, every artist has a bucket list. What is your bucket list feature outside of KRS-One? What is your bucket list that you would love to feature with?
You
never know. This show may link it and make it happen.
A bunch of people, man. But I think me and Be Real would sound pretty good on a track. We got the opposing type voices. I think that would be good. I'd be down to do that for sure.
I think that'd be a hot feature, man.
But there's a bunch of people, man. Like shit. I'm down.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, the Be Real. That's probably a KRS. Be Real. I don't deviate much from what I like and what I like to do, but that would be dope. LP, that would be fucking crazy. I like LP a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That would probably be a good one too.
Word, man.
That would be a good feature.
And
so I'm sorry, go ahead, Boogie.
I was just wanting to remind you, you have your questions that we have to ask all the guests that you haven't gotten.
Come on now.
Oh, we was getting to it. So it's time to rep your city or rep your state. Being from California by way of Colorado or vice versa, I need your top 5 favorite rappers.
All right, from Colorado?
It could be from Cali or Colorado since you rep both. Give me your top 5 that you have your favorites.
All right. California's too easy because it's just big fish out there.
Okay.
Fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna go with Colorado rappers because I love it out here. Shit, let me think. I'm definitely gonna say Just MC because he's just my brother. He's my right hand man. Let me think of some names, man. You know what? 80 Spades. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's from out here too. 80 Spades is dope. Manic is dope. He's like been doing it out in Denver for a long, long time. How many is that? 3. 2 more. Tone E.T. I'm not sure if he's making music anymore, but he is definitely one of my favorite rappers from out here. Who else, man?
And one more.
You know what? It's kind of I could go on forever. Like I could name a bunch of people. But like someone who really puts down for Colorado and like is always on a list whenever they list, Colorado rappers and AP, they call him AP.
That's his name. They call him AP.
Whenever I run into him, he's real cool. And his DJ Squizzy, I was doing a show one time and he saved my ass by DJing for me. So I got a special spot in my heart for those two dudes, man. They're really cool, and they're doing shit on a way bigger level. So respect.
Hey, yeah, AP is a monster. Shout out to Squizzy Taylor and the whole Squizzy gang. Very humble group of guys out here in Colorado. They definitely put on for the state. So, hey, I love asking that question because everyone's list is different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. And it's funny because from me, you're just gonna get like local cats, man.
Hey, that's fair.
Dudes I know are cool, man. Like Small Boy Funk. Like there's a thing they do at the Mutiny Bookstore. I think it's the second Saturday of every month. Mutiny is a bookstore on Broadway in like Ellsworth or some shit. And so what it is they have a bunch of producers that come in, Just MC, Burnswell, Face to Feet, Burroughs, and they just play all their beats. Like they'll do a set of beats and they got an open mic. So like there's just all kinds of MCs just busting all night on dope beats. And like that's the type of shit that like people don't know about Denver. There's a fucking huge fucking scene out here and it's full of talent. There's so many talented people out here, man. And so like that's really what I listen to is like people I know.
Send me the invite for that. I would love to go sit on that open mic.
Oh man, you should definitely come through. Yeah. I'll send you the flyer or whatever when it comes out.
Yeah, thank you.
Sounds like a lot of songs come out of that. I bet.
Oh man, so many collaborations.
Yeah.
So many ideas that come out of that little spot. You know what I'm saying? And there's open mics all over the city. So I mean, and that's the thing. If you're in Denver and you want to get on a mic, there's opportunities. And I know you said Colorado is a pay-to-play state, and that's true for the most part. I refuse to play that game because if you're a promoter, you should be able to throw a party that people want to come to, and I shouldn't have to sell your fucking tickets for you. You're the promoter. I'm the artist. But that's not a very popular opinion, but I hold true to that, and I still make it. So you don't have to play that game. That's mostly what they do to like new artists who don't know any better. They take advantage of them by doing that and making them sell a bunch of fucking tickets. I think it's bullshit, but it's not a popular opinion. But I still make it. But I'm not trying to be the most popular rapper in Denver. And I'm not, so it doesn't affect me like that. Because I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. If music doesn't work out for me, I got a dope life anyway. So it's all good.
Yeah. And actually this shirt, and Ghost knows partner of mine. He actually was on B-Boys Underground when he was running off the radio show. One of our many people that helped out through the years, including Ghost. And he pretty much put it in a song in Cincinnati about the pay to play. Yeah, they bring in the artist. Oh, you're gonna pay $500, and it was always at the worst time. Pretty much take your money. Wasn't getting seen. It was just such the biggest scam. So he made sure that it's like, hey, I got a following. Why do I need to pay to perform? You should be coming to get me to open up for your acts. So firm believer in that. If you're doing it, usually it was just pretty much dope boys wasting money.
And that's the thing. If you do a real show, they're gonna pay you for doing your show.
Absolutely.
And there's not gonna be any bullshit about selling tickets. They're gonna pay you. And like that's how it works in like the real world.
Yeah.
So if you got a shitty club that no one wants to come to, that's not my fucking problem.
And as a promoter, I don't want that type of money. So you book somebody and paid you, and they ain't worth, they just crap. So now your opening act is just set the bad tone for your whole show.
Exactly.
Don't do it, promoters, rappers. Just stop. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Get a good show together. You don't have to worry about none of that Cheeto shit.
And that's the thing, man. You can nickel and dime each other, and no one's getting ahead like that. You got to look at the bigger picture. This is a community. Hip hop is like a culture. So you got to look at it like that instead of like, I want to make, so much money. Because really, as an artist, you're going to do hundreds and hundreds of free shows and not get paid at all. But every once in a while, someone's gonna slip you that cheddar, and that's fucking nice. So like, I don't know. It's all good.
No. They need to hear it. This is truth, and they need to hear it because that moniker needs to change. As an artist, this is my job. I need to be paid to do my job. I don't need to put money in your pockets to do your job when it's your job to fill the place.
Right.
And again,
you're a janky promoter.
If you're a shitty artist, no one's gonna want to pay you, and that should be like a message to you. Like you need to improve somewhere.
I just said it. So they pay the money to get in front of it, and now you got a shitty product on top of whoever's going to perform. Shit show.
Mr. Mikey. Facts.
Shout out to Mr. Mikey Unlike another one of my usual suspect family.
But I mean, there's all kinds of pitfalls for artists, man, out here. So like, you just got to be careful. You can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on marketing and all that shit and never get ahead, man. Like you gotta, at the end of the day, you gotta have talent. You gotta know what the fuck you're doing, and when you're on stage, you gotta know what you're doing. And it shouldn't be a fucking lip sync show.
Man, get into this because again, your performance, right? That was one of the things that had caught my attention the first time that I came across your Instagram page, was some of the performances and the way that you approached it and rocked the crowd. Tell us about, your thought process when you get up on stage and you are performing, whereas that's a completely different beast than you can be in the booth and work in the studio and be one of those cats that just stay in the studio. But when it comes time to actually go on stage in front of people, it's a completely different animal, right? Tell the folks about that and what's your thought process. How do you get in that moment?
I like to there's masters at this. You can go watch Leaders of the New School, like their old shows. They're fucking jumping off the walls, man. Onyx, there's groups out there. There's people. You go see a KRS-One show, dude rips it down every fucking time. And there's masters that do this. And so all I do is I'm just following them. I'm just looking at how they do it and going in like that. Like a lot of the times these days, like these rappers are rapping over their lyrics, and it might as well just be a listening party. Or they're just doing the ad libs as they go through the song. Me, I'm doing the whole thing live. I might have little flares, or in the hook, I'm gonna put double up so it's bigger. But for the most part, when I'm rhyming, it's just me. And so you got to learn how to project your voice. You got to learn how to look at the crowd. Like that was like my bad habit, man. I'd put a hat on and not look at anybody. And I've had people tell me that you can't do that. You got to look them in the eye. You know what I'm saying?
Interact.
Yeah, for sure. And that brings it up a level. And then the thing about performing is that you have to do that over and over and over, because everyone sucks at first. Like that's just how life works. Like everyone sucks at first. So you just got to keep doing it, keep at it, and eventually you'll get good.
Rehearsal. Hey, question from somebody is a sound man, and I have an affinity for them. I have done sound stuff. How important was your sound checks, buddy?
I don't never fuck with a sound check. It's
really
a fucking mic and a track. If you can't get that in my first song, like usually the first song that I do is like kind of a throwaway, just so we can get the levels right. And then by the second song, we should be good and we can just move through the rest of it. I don't give a fuck about a sound check. Like this is rap music, man. Like I have a type of voice that I could probably do it without the mic. So like, that's the thing. I said, like, you got to project and you got to breathe from your gut, not from your, the top of your chest, like there's
your diaphragm.
There's shit that you do. Like you got to learn all that shit. And no one's really going to teach you unless you got someone dope that's mentoring you. But yeah, I mean, I don't really fuck with the sound check. They want me to show up at the club like 2 hours before, you know, everything starts to do a sound check. I'm cool.
Interesting.
Well, you did. I want to say thank you for showing up 15 minutes early for the sound check for the show today.
See? We got a first out of it.
I don't fucking do a sound check.
And did one today, damn it.
we thank you for your gratitude.
Squeezed it out of it.
You heard it here like, first. He did it here.
That's funny.
Oh man,
that's crazy. I've never done a sound check either. So
really,
never.
We must be old school then.
It's rap music, man. It's 2 tracks. Like, how long is that going to take you to mix, man?
Well, getting the acoustics of the room, the monitors, making sure you might be multiple mics, which one fits your voice, and checking out and seeing who your sound man might be a dime a dozen, or he might be good.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't put too much because if you get caught up on shit like that, like you can have a bad show and you could kill your vibe and all that. I don't give a fuck. I'm there to have a good time. I'm gonna make sure that everyone else is having a good time, and that's why I'm there. Like, it's up to me to put on a good show, and regardless of the situation or whatever, I'm still gonna rock it. I don't give a fuck.
I feel you. We would just be there to try to make sure to avoid the possibility of a bad show,
but
to wipe that out of the scenario.
A good sound man is dope. When you run into them and they got they're walking around the room with the little tablet and shit. Like, when I see someone doing that, I'm like, hell yeah, this shit's gonna sound great.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. So yeah, not to put them down or anything. That we definitely need the sound man.
You damn right. and don't be cupping your mic.
Oh, get a picture. Yo, sound man, turn my mic on.
Yeah, right.
You can't hear me? You can't hear me with 10 fingers?
Oh my God. Like the sound man throws the water bottle up on the stage at the performer. That's when you know, like, yo.
Or it makes the sound worse. I added you on Facebook, Greybeard. I'm gonna hit you with some got some old man status, old hip hop stuff I'm gonna throw at you, see what you can rock with.
Word. Send it over, man.
So tell everyone where they can catch you next. And again, like, if you have any upcoming dates that you'd like to share or anything like that, please let everybody know now.
My next show is going to be December 16th. Bar Red. I think I'm on that show. I haven't confirmed that. I might be talking out my ass, but either way, I will be there. It's at Bar Red. It's the 10-year anniversary of Bar Red. Big up to Status, Chef Luke, and my man Tomas, who keeps me drunk when I'm there. They've been open for 10 years. And they're going to celebrate that on the 16th. Afro is going to come through. It's a free show. So if you're in Denver, you ain't got shit to do, come on through. It's always a dope fucking show at Bar Red. It's a very small venue. So if you want to get, a conversation in with an artist that's coming through there, it's probably one of the best places to do it, because they're going to be right in front of you. There's no bougie shit at Bar Red. It's pure hip hop. We call it the Mecca of Denver hip hop. So definitely I'll be there, whether I'm performing or not. I'm pretty sure I will be, but that's yet to be determined. I'm waiting on Status. But yeah, that would be the next one. And past that, I don't know, man. Usually November and December, I'm usually not doing much. So I kind of take those months off from performing and kind of concentrate on what I'm going to be doing for next year. But either way, I will be there on December 16th. Hopefully I will be up in Fort Collins this Friday for the Ground Waves show up at the Music District. So if you can get up to that's a free show as well. I think you got to reserve tickets online or whatever. But that's also a good spot, to meet. I mean, Murs is going to be there. Afro is going to be at Bar Red. Like, the hip hop is dope in that, like, people, you can touch people and meet people and people that you love. I mean, I've met all kinds of people through Bar Red because he comes through and he brings like Sadat X. He brought Funk Dubious through. Copyright just did a show there. So it's like the best kept secret.
I ain't heard that name in a while.
Yeah. And like he'll bring like motherfucking legends through. And it's a small crowd and you're right there. And it's one of the dopest experiences in Denver, I think. And it's one of the best kept secrets. And one of these days it's going to get out and that place is going to be packed every time and you're going to have a hard time getting in. So I big up to Bar Red, man, because Status, the owner there, Status, you should have him on the show as well. He's been doing hip hop in Denver for years and years and years. So
that's just an open invitation.
Yeah, man.
But he got some stories.
So like, yeah, there's all kinds of people that if you come through on the 16th, I'll introduce you to everyone. You can get all kinds of fucking guests for the show.
Word. I'll be there.
Word up.
Maybe we can get Jazzo on the stage at Bar Red. Be dope concert.
Yes, that would.
Yeah,
that would be a dope concert. Yo, well, with that being said, I want to say thank you very much to Greybeard. Great show. Great spending time with you. Thank you so much for being on here. You're always welcome to come back. We got to get you and Albies together on here. And when you got a book, we'll go over your project together, right? So let's make that happen. Albies, you heard it.
Campaign. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, yo, what we're going to do is we're going to get into some shout outs, folks. So, do you
Yo, shout out to this whole fucking program is dope. Make sure you're supporting it. Shouts out to Bar Red. Everybody I mentioned on this show is dope. So make sure you're following them. Get on my Instagram and look who I follow. And we'll be good. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate the time and the opportunity to be able to share my music on the platform. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate having you, no doubt. And with that, G Fresh shout outs.
Hey, shout out to the wifey family, everybody I love that are supporting. They support me. Shout out to my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube people. Just got some more followers and likes on the page. B-Boys Underground Forever podcast. Make sure you're checking out Ghost Boogie. Shout out to our co-hosts here, Ghost Boogie, Big Weeze. And a shout out to this right here. Let's see if it's showing up. Bug MD. It's been a gnat been flying around me the whole show, and I'm a bugaphobe, so I'm really, after we get off the air, he's gonna meet a serious death. So if you see me swipe a couple times, I might have been digging the beat, but that's me trying to kill his gnat and he's fucking with me the whole show. So I'm gonna shout out to this spray that's about to get in his ass. Rollo.
Big Weed.
He been fucking with me.
Yo, shout out to the new subscribers to the YouTube page. Shout out to all the likes on the Facebook page. But y'all know I keep that same energy I started with. Iowa. I'm sorry. Go Blue. If you like Iowa, I'm sorry. I'll start mailing tissue boxes now.
Go Michigan.
Michigan Wolverines.
Whole state down. Let's go Michigan.
Man, damn. Well, hey, look, everybody knows me that watches. They already know I talk that big ish when it comes to my sports too. So you can talk that ish. I support that. So yo, I want to say big shout out. Thank you so much, Greybeard, for being on, getting down, booking with us, and let's build. So make sure you go check him out. Follow him on all platforms. And then shout out to G Fresh. Shout out to Big Weez, my co-host. Most definitely shout out to each and every single one of y'all watching this right now, live and on the replay. Don't forget, you can follow us on Facebook and on YouTube. Make sure you link up with us. Stay up with us. Also, the Discord server, if you want to submit, get your submissions on anything and everything to do about hip-hop. It could be a dope meme. It could be a dope, screenshot, a question. However you want to get down with the show, please join our Discord server. Much love to each and every one of you. Remember, positivity, perseverance, and preparation. You got to keep it pushing. Much love. I'm Ghost Boogie. We are B-Boys Underground forever. We will see you. You're welcome too, Siri. We'll see you next week.